knowledge and guidance. There's two different things. Knowledge increases for a human being. When you're a child, you know very little. When you're 2, you know very little. When you're 3, you know a little bit more. When you're 4, you know a little bit more. When you're 40, you know more. When you're 41, you know more. When you're 70, you know more. When you're 75, you know even more. Your knowledge is constantly increasing. As your experience is increasing, as your reading is increasing, your knowledge is increasing. Knowledge doesn't go down, it only goes up. But guidance is not an upward chart. Guidance is up one day, down the next day, up one day, falls off a cliff the next day. It's heading in a really bad direction one day. It's making some progress in Ramadan, then after Eid something happens and the chart looks very unstable when it comes to guidance. The chart for knowledge looks pretty good. What happens with Muslims, myself, everybody can happen, is that we don't come to the Quran first for knowledge. We come to the Quran first for guidance. And the thing is, we read something we've already read before. And what do we say? This khutbah is about Surah Al-Asr. I've heard Al-Asr a million times, man. I already know it. Yes, knowledge you already have. But the thing is, you can't say just because I already have knowledge, I already have guidance. Guidance doesn't work that way. Guidance is like water. You don't say, last week I already have a glass of water. I need this again. Allah compares the Quran to rain, to water. He does this for a reason, because the earth needs to be nourished again and nourished again and nourished again. So actually, the second thing that will help me contemplate the Quran is I will understand that even though I'm learning from it, I'm getting knowledge from it, knowledge was never the goal. Actually, guidance was the goal. The knowledge is only being acquired not for interesting information. I'm not learning the i'rab of the Quran or studying balagha or studying different tafasir, and I'm not learning the technicalities and the ikhtilafat, the differences of the mufassirin on a surah or in an ayah or the different qira'at. I'm not learning all of that for interesting information that I can quote, or I can say I read this book and this book and this book and this book. No, all of that is just a step to the real goal. I want guidance from Allah. That's why this book was sent. Not because of the information, but because what that information leads to. It leads to guidance. And my heart has to always be aware when I'm studying anything, what is the guidance here from Allah? What does Allah want from me here? What is the goal? Because everything Allah says has a purpose, has an objective. And that objective, number one, is my own guidance.